Hello everyone, welcome back to Parenting Tips for Raising Great Students. I am Scott Grierson, your host today from nymathtutor.com, and today's lesson is going to be all about writing. I'm going to teach you how to master 3 different topics in writing. We're going to be doing the writing prompt, the free write, and writing essays. I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you in just a second. As I mentioned, the first writing technique I want to talk about is using writing prompts. Now, writing prompts can be super helpful to get your students started. It doesn't matter if they're in 3rd grade, 1st grade, or 8th grade, right? Having a topic really helps a lot of kids get going. So if you just tell them to sit down and write a story, they may not be able to do anything at all. They'll just sit there with a blank look on their face. It happens a lot, trust me. But if you give them a topic, then they're able to crank out some great work because their mind's a little more focused. Now, obviously, a 2nd grade or a 3rd grade writing prompt is going to be a lot different than an 8th grade writing prompt. So what I've done is kind of compiled a list for you. In the description below this video, I've given a link for writing prompts for each grade from kindergarten all the way up through 8th grade. So I hope you find those links useful. I did not write the writing prompts myself. I kind of curated a list that I found that I liked on the internet. So I hope you enjoy those writing prompts. Again, they're just a great way to creatively start the writing process. Now, you don't have to stick with a writing prompt, it's just a jumping off point. So if the prompt were, say, for a 3rd grader, and it said, if you had to be a vegetable, what vegetable would you be? Well, that's kind of strange, right? So maybe the story ends up being a fictional, story about 2 cucumbers that become friends with a asparagus, right? I have no idea. Let it go wherever it wants to go. The prompt is just a jumping off point. Okay, next we have the free write. Now, as I mentioned, the free write might be challenging to get started, right? But it's also the most creative. Right, so if your child really loves to write, they're probably going to enjoy the free write. Now, I think it's a great technique. One thing you might want to do to set up the free write and get it going is to do a brainstorming session before they do the free write. Okay, so this is just time them, give them a minute, and have them write down all their ideas. Any ideas they can think of, there's no bad ideas. And then when that time is over, they can pick something from their brainstorming sheet to write about. It's just something to get the free write going. And it's not a prompt, it's not something that's being forced on them. So if you have a really creative student, this might be better for them because they feel they're in control, they're the creator, right? So have them do the brainstorming list and then let them write whatever they want, right? It might be a poem, it might be a story, it could be a letter, who knows? Just let them go because this is where some of the most creative and fantastic work comes from. Now, a big key with a free write, all right, is doing editing. So, at first, they're going to be all over the place, right? Because they haven't planned anything, yeah? They don't have an outline going into it. They're just sitting down and writing. So what you want to emphasize is after they finish that first draft, they say, okay, I'm done. My free write's over. My story's finished. Put it away for a minute, right? Do something else. And then maybe the next day or in a half an hour, sometime later after they've worked on something else, come back to it and edit it. Make the story better and do a second draft. And then if you have a really committed student, have them come back and do a 3rd draft until the work is really, really great and they're super proud of it. Maybe they do an artistic cover, right, where they illustrate a cover or they draw some pictures and make it an illustrated book. Who knows, you can go as deep as you want with a free write. But one of the big things about a free write, it's a great opportunity to edit later, right? So you're combining those skills. Now, the 3rd method or strategy or technique I want to talk about is the essay. Now, this isn't going to be your child's favorite probably, but I think it's one of the most important writing techniques you need for school. And this is grade school, elementary school, high school, college. You've got to know how to write an essay. And it's all pretty much the same, at least structurally, It's just the quality hopefully will improve as you go up through the grades. So I am a huge fan of the Hamburger Method. I didn't create the Hamburger Method, I just believe in it and I think it's fantastic. What we're going to do now is go to the whiteboard and I'll teach you how to use the Hamburger Method.
Welcome to the whiteboard. Let's talk about how we use the Hamburger Method to write an essay. Let me show you how it's supposed to look at the end. So we have our hamburger and our 3 parts of an essay: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Let me show you what goes into those parts. So our bun, as we know, is the introduction. The introduction is where you introduce the method, right? What are we going to be talking about? So you have a topic sentence. Topic. Then you list your main ideas. Main ideas. And finally, you have to have a closing sentence. So there are 3 parts in your introduction: your topic, your main ideas, and your closing sentence. Now, each one of these ingredients inside of the buns makes up your body, and they are the main ideas. So you may have lettuce as one main idea, the burger as another main idea, and what? There's a tomato on there? A tomato as a third main idea. 1, 2, 3 main ideas. Now, depending on what grade you're in, you may have 4, 5, 6 main ideas. It can grow more and more complicated. Let's, for today, stick with a typical 4th grade essay that has 3 main ideas. Now, the final part, which is the conclusion, right? We've done the introduction and the body. The introduction, again, is the topic, listing out the main ideas and a closing sentence. The body are your main ideas. Each one gets its own paragraph. And then finally, we have the bottom bun, which is our conclusion. So a conclusion, excuse my handwriting, it's hard to write on the whiteboard, is simply your introduction written a different way, wrapping it all up in a nice little bundle. All right, let's break down these topics a little bit further. Here you can see a nice graphic organizer. We have the topic on top. All right, then we have our main ideas. Let's say our topic is math and why we like it. Well, maybe one of our main ideas is that it's going to be useful for your entire life. All right, that's one of our main ideas. Another main idea is that we'd like to have solid answers, right? 2 plus 2 is 4. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's 4. And then the final one is you get to deal with money. Those are our 3 main ideas. So now we need details to support our main ideas. So we have this graphic organizer. Let's go to another one, which we call a T-chart. So this T-chart organizes our details. So this can be like a brainstorming session. Math is useful for your entire life. Well, why? Lots of jobs need math. You can pay your bills, you can find discounts, make a budget, run a business. You need it in college, and you need it to play games. So what your student is going to do is pick about 3 of these details that they like the best to explain their main idea. And that's going to make up one of your body paragraphs. It's as simple as that. So once you pick your 3, you go back to this graphic organizer and you write them in. 1, 2, 3, easy peasy. You do the same thing for the rest of your main ideas, and now you're ready to write your essay. So we go back here, we write our introduction with our topic, main ideas, and a closing sentence. We put in all of our body paragraphs, which we just learned how to do, and then we do a concluding paragraph where, again, you list your topic in a different way, you say your main ideas again, and you have a nice wrap-up sentence. That is why we use the Hamburger Method. It's all put together, it tastes great, and more importantly, teachers and graders love it because it's so organized. That's the key to the Hamburger Method, is that it's super organized and easy to do, easy to grade, easy to read. Easy, easy, easy.
Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed that demonstration. I think writing an essay using the Hamburger Method is a great way for kids to learn to write a fantastic essay. Now, if you'd like to learn more about writing essays and you have a student in the 4th grade or higher, I do have a book for sale on that topic. Right? You can find that in the description below. All right, that's it for this week, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next week, where I will provide you with another parenting tip for raising great students. See you then. Bye. Hey everybody, I'm back again. I forgot to remind you that you can watch our other videos. Here's some right over here, and there's some up here. Boom. And as always, you can subscribe to our channel right over here. Remember to check out the links in the description below, and we will see you next time. Bye.